The rise of Barack Obama. From dreams to the White House. Hello friends. Today, I will tell you the inspiring story of a man who turned dreams into destiny. A man who rose from humble beginnings to become the most powerful leader in the world. This is the story of Barack Obama. A story of resilience, hope, and historic achievement. Let's begin. A child of two worlds. Barack Hussein Obama, II, was born on August 4, 1961. In Honolulu, Hawaii, to Ann Dunham, a white American woman from Kansas. And Barack Obama Sr., a black Kenyan student studying economics. His father left when he was just 2 years old. And his mother later married an Indonesian man. Barack spent several years of his childhood in Jakarta, Indonesia, before returning to Hawaii to live with his maternal grandparents. This upbringing gave him a global perspective, empathy for different cultures, and an early sense of what it meant to be an outsider. These themes would later define his political voice. The search for identity. Obama attended the prestigious Punahou School, a mostly white elite prep school in Hawaii. As one of the few black students, he often struggled with identity and belonging. He experimented with different personas, searching for his place in a divided world. Books became his refuge, and questions about race, society, and justice became central to his thinking. After high school, he moved to Los Angeles to attend Occidental College, and later transferred to Columbia University in New York, where he earned a degree in political science. But something still felt incomplete. His life lacked purpose. Finding purpose in Chicago. In the 1980s, Obama made a bold decision. He moved to Chicago. There, he worked as a community organizer on the South Side, a place plagued by unemployment, poor housing, and crime. He helped communities organize, fight for their rights, and regain their voice. This wasn't just a job, it was a mission. He saw injustice up close and learned the power of grassroots change. In Chicago, he also met Michelle Robinson, a brilliant lawyer who would become his life partner. They married in 1992, forming a partnership grounded in love, equality, and service. The Harvard and the road to leadership. Barack Obama's commitment to justice led him to Harvard Law School, where he became the first black president of the Harvard Law Review, a landmark achievement. He could have pursued a lucrative legal career, but he chose to return to Chicago. He became a civil rights lawyer, taught constitutional law, and continued his work in community development. His sense of justice, paired with his oratory skills and intellect, made many see him as a future leader. First step into politics. In 1996, Obama entered politics, winning a seat in the Illinois State Senate. He quickly gained a reputation for bipartisanship, honesty, and focus on ethics and economic fairness. Despite a loss in 2000, when he ran for Congress, he didn't give up. He learned, improved, and sharpened his message of unity and justice. In 2004, he ran for the U.S. Senate, and his speech at the Democratic National Convention that year changed everything. He said, "There's not a liberal America and a conservative America. There's the United States of America." That night, Barack Obama became a national star. The 2008 presidential run. Hope and change. In 2007, he shocked the world by announcing his candidacy for president. Critics said he was too young, too inexperienced, and too unknown. But Obama's message of hope, unity, and change lit a fire across the country. His campaign used the power of social media, grassroots donations, and youth involvement like never before. He inspired millions with a message of hope and change, reaching across racial and generational lines. Despite the challenges, his calm demeanor and visionary leadership gained widespread support. On November 4, 2008, history was made. Barack Obama became the first African-American President of the United States. A nation is crisis. Challenges from day one. Obama entered office during one of the most challenging times in American history. The 2008 financial crisis had devastated families, jobs, and businesses. Two wars, Iraq and Afghanistan, were ongoing. The nation was divided and uncertain. Obama got to work. He passed the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, creating jobs and stabilizing the economy. He rescued the auto industry, saving millions of jobs. He passed Wall Street reforms to prevent future collapses. His calm demeanor and careful leadership helped steer the country away from economic ruin. He inspired a new generation to believe in politics and civic action. On November 4, 2008, history was made. Barack Obama became the first African-American President of the United States. The Affordable Care Act, Health for All. One of Obama's boldest and most controversial achievements was healthcare reform. In 2010, after a tough political fight, he signed the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, into law. Covered millions of previously uninsured Americans. Prevented insurance companies from denying coverage for pre-existing conditions. Allowed young adults to stay on their parents' plans until age 26. Expanded Medicaid to help low-income families access healthcare. Leadership on the world stage. Obama's foreign policy reflected both strength and diplomacy. He ended the Iraq War. He authorized the operation that killed Osama bin Laden in 2011. He strengthened alliances and restored America's global image. He championed the Paris Climate Agreement, taking bold action on climate change. He opened diplomatic relations with Cuba for the first time in decades. His approach was thoughtful, collaborative, and strategic. Social progress and equality. Obama stood for civil rights, diversity, and inclusion. He repealed Don't Ask, Don't Tell, allowing LGBTQ+ Americans to serve openly in the military. He supported marriage equality. He expanded student aid and pushed for better education reform. He advocated for criminal justice reform, police accountability, and sentencing fairness. His second term saw continued efforts on climate change, health improvements, education equity, job creation. By the end of his presidency in January 2017, Barack Obama left the White House with high approval ratings and millions inspired by his example. Post-presidency and global influence. He launched the Obama Foundation to train future leaders. He authored best-selling books, including A Promised Land. He and Michelle Obama signed a deal with Netflix to produce documentaries and films about diverse stories and social issues. He became a global icon for democracy, peace, and youth leadership. His voice still matters, and his influence continues to shape the world. Legacy, a president of purpose. Barack Obama didn't just lead, he inspired. He proved that intelligence, character, and compassion belong in leadership. He broke barriers not just for Black Americans, but for people of every race, faith, and background. He changed the way the world sees possibility. More than anything, he reminded us that, yes, we can. Conclusion. The light that guides. From the streets of Chicago to the steps of the White House, Barack Obama's life is a testament to what can happen when hope meets action. He didn't inherit greatness. He built it. And in doing so, he opened the door for millions of others to dream bigger. If you liked this story of success and leadership, he didn't inherit greatness. He built it. And in doing so, he opened the door for millions of others to dream bigger.